Hello, everybody, and welcome to PodCats. It's the team as usual. The four of us here.
Jonathan.
Seamus.
George, and let me first say that I am very against the cat noise.
What?
Well, okay. Well, we discussed that, and we're gonna come back to it at some point. But for now, it's
State
staying.
my opinion.
I think whoever, made the cat noise, I don't know who it is,
why don't you
worked
guys
really hard on it, and I think they think it's a pretty great idea.
You know what? Whatever. You can keep the cat noise.
All right,
Let's just move on.
This
Okay?
Why don't, you guys
Can we
let me,
move on?
why don't you guys let me introduce myself?
Fine,
Because
fine.
I did give you a chance to say your
Great,
names. I'm Falcone, and we are here on PodCats. And right, there's the noise.
I saw The Disaster Artist the other night.
Oh yeah, tell us about the
Ooh,
disaster.
it's a movie about the making of the best bad movie of all time, and James Franco's in it, Dave Franco, and the movie itself was all right. It was totally serviceable.
That is a hot take.
That is
Yeah.
a hot take.
So I haven't seen it. I've
Okay.
seen bits and pieces of The Room.
Okay. You haven't seen the full.
I haven't seen the full Room.
Oh,
It's
wow.
on my list. And the trailers for it seemed it all was just hey guys, we've seen The Room.
Yeah.
Reference from The Room, and that was the punchline was
Yeah.
a joke that was already made on The Room itself.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make for a film with a strong foundation.
Yeah.
But that's just my thought.
Well, yeah. No, I was.
Oh my God, Jonathan! Can we speak for 2 consecutive minutes?
I just thought, you finished a pretty good point, so I would then.
You guys
have
do
a cat
recall
sound.
the contract you signed
Yes.
on the way
Yes.
in.
Yes.
Yeah.
The PodCats contract.
I didn't read the fine print.
It was pretty catty.
That was good.
That's good.
That's good.
That is
That's
actually.
good.
That's
This
what
is
I
why
like.
I
we
feel
do
like we can all
podcasts.
agree on the puns. We should
Yeah.
keep the puns.
All right.
Maybe not the noises. Anyway.
So let me claw on over to my next point.
Good one.
Great.
No,
Great.
so I
Yeah,
read,
well, I hope,
Look, Jonathan.
if you take out...
Jonathan, do you have something to say about The Disaster Artist?
I think if you take out the cat noises...
Then don't say anything at all!
Then we might get kicked to the curb as individual artists, and I know I'll be landing on my own 2 feet, but what can I say for you?
Yo,
I'm
Jonathan.
not sure.
Look, I'm mad at you because of the cat noises, but that was a sick cat pun. Land on
Yeah.
my... That was intentional, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, George. I'm here for the cat
kidding
noises, and I'm here for... I'm kidding you. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was also a good one.
All right, for those in this room who have seen The Room, what was your first experience with The Room like?
I don't think any of us have seen the room.
Yeah.
I've actually seen it.
You've
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh, he's seen it. All
The
right.
I've never
first
seen
experience
it.
was highlights of YouTube
Yeah.
clips.
Yeah.
It was...
I think that's how most people.
I think
see
I
it.
was 14, and I thought it was the funniest thing. And I thought I was so cool for finding it.
No, it's it really is just it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it at least 10 times at least.
Damn.
It gets better every time I watch it. That's serious.
There are. I feel like the memification of it has kind of ruined some aspects.
Yeah.
I can't hear "Oh hi, Mark" without being "Shut up." You know?
But I feel like some of the beautiful things about the memification of it is that the parts that haven't been memified are just so much better for it.
Yeah.
There's just so much weird shit going on.
It's
in this
impossible to
movie.
memify that whole movie.
It's impossible.
There's too much in there.
Just Tommy Wiseau's bare ass. I feel like that's talked about.
Just
but no one's brave enough to make a meme out of it.
If you watch the sex scenes in those movies, they go on for 5+ minutes a piece, and there are 3 of them. At least 10% of that movie is horrible sex scenes.
Speaking of The Room and Tommy Wiseau, I saw this really convincing internet theory that Tommy Wiseau is DB Cooper. You guys know who that is?
Not sure who that is.
All right, so in the 70s, this guy under the alias DB Cooper hijacked a plane,
I've heard
kept
this.
it in the air, demanded $1 million ransom. They wired him the $1 million. He parachuted out, and they have no idea who he is. The FBI composite sketch looks a bit like Tommy Wiseau, and they describe him as talking really weird and kind of European, which fits Tommy Wiseau. And if you, because like Tommy Wiseau, you don't know anything about him really. No, like no one knows his like origin.
Yeah.
If it turned out that he was DB Cooper, that would make a ton of sense. Because also, he funded The Room with like millions of dollars of his own money.
$6 million.
How would he have got that? The answer, by being DB Cooper. I'm saying that Tommy Wiseau, previous to making The Room,
was an international terrorist.
Does anyone know why Tommy Wiseau has so much money?
No.
Let me just say I have read the book. The way they describe it in the book is, spoilers if you haven't read the book. Tommy Wiseau Greg Sestero claims that he's heard Tommy talk about how he's from Russia and that the reason he's so strange is because he was in a car accident that caused a bunch of brain damage. When he came to America, he started selling toys on the street, and he was basically homeless. So he was an illegal immigrant, so he didn't have to pay taxes or anything like that. Eventually, he built up enough wealth to buy a building, rent it out, and apparently at one point he owned like 6 buildings or something. I could be getting this completely wrong, but this is just the way I heard it. So he had he's renting out 6 buildings at a time. Eventually, he racks up like tens of millions of dollars. The thing is, he's just such a weird guy. He has no one to spend it on. He has no friends, no company, so he just keeps accumulating this wealth to the point where he has like millions and millions of dollars. That's the biggest theory, I think, besides
the question is, in terms of raw emotional impact, The Room or The Disaster Artist?
I think The Room. I honestly, this is genuine. I think The Room is a good movie. Genuinely.
Damn.
Do you mean that has the core of a good movie, or that it itself is a good movie?
I think it itself is a good
movie.
I
actually get what you're saying. I mean,
from a technical perspective, it's the worst. It's horrible. I don't think I can think of another movie that has so firmly placed itself inside the mind of the person that made it.
That's true.
It's like David Lynch, Kubrick, Wiseau. It's a terrible movie, but
it's like
we're there in the trenches inside this man's subconscious.
Yeah.
His views on the world.
Yeah.
His views on women and love and friendship, they are all right there in the frame.
So, bottom line is that Room, good. Disaster Artist, meh.
That's the final verdict. Yes.
I mean,
and the book is just, who's going to read that?
So, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them, but I think Disaster Artist has a cooler name, so I would go Disaster Artist.
That's
good.
True.
That's a hot take, John. All right.
You know what, John? You want to end this off? The only way you know how?
I don't know what you're asking me to do, George.
Do the cat noise, John.
This is PodCats.
This is PodCats. Did we say that in the beginning?
Yeah, we said that at the beginning.
Good, because that'd be a shame if we didn't say the name of the podcast. Also, if you could just donate to our Patreon, that'd be great.
Patreon.com/PodCats.
Go on
it's
Twitch.
not really to fund anything. We just need money right now.
Go on Twitch while I'm live streaming PlayerUnknown Battleground and donate at least $10 with every donation.
Did Tommy Wiseau make his fortune through GoFundMe's? Is that possible?
I think we're about to. Yeah.
All right. Thanks a ton for listening. This is George.
This is Seamus.
Falcone.
Jonathan, signing off on PodCats.
Yeah!